That's my morning routine.
Your favorite breakfast to fuel your workday?
Favorite breakfast is guaranteed to be a biscuit and gravy. That's the thing I've always loved my entire life. Yeah.
How did you get into the industry?
Oh, I walked into a dispensary 3 years ago and asked the guy behind the counter if he liked his job. Said it was the best job he'd ever had, and I was off to the races.
What's your go-to strain at the end of a long day?
End of a long day, I really prefer an ice cream cake or a wedding cake strain of any kind. It's just more sedative, a little bit more relax-filled. I love that myrcene terpene.
Flower, concentrate, or edibles?
Aha! Caveat, flower and concentrate combined together. I like to mix them in together, make their own little adventure.
What's been your most memorable customer interaction?
Oh, that would be a gentleman named Randy. He was a hybrid seeker due to the fact that he wasn't certain on what he wanted to smoke, and he referred to them only as high birds. So we found him the best high birds he could have.
Favorite consumption method?
Consumption method is going to be infusion. I like to put my concentrates into a joint, roll them together, and let the flavors blend.
If you were a strain, what would your name be?
Oh, if I were a strain, probably Purple Punchline or Docent Diesel. That's a good one, yeah.
What's the best advice you've received in this industry?
Best advice I've ever received is that this is a conversation. Like, we're educating, yes, but you got to talk about what you want and need. You got to give over your personal preferences. It's just a conversation.
Favorite munchie food?
Favorite munchie food is going to be Cheetos, guaranteed. I like a Cheeto with a cold beer. That's my favorite snack if I have one.
If you could hotbox any place in the world, where would it be?
If I could hotbox anywhere in the world, that'd probably be inside of a whale. I'm thinking Jonah style, just to enjoy the vibes of the waves crashing by.
Favorite stoner movie?
Oh, that's an easy one. Favorite stoner movie is Grandma's Boy, guaranteed, every single time. Most quotable film in history, in my opinion.
If you could smoke with any historical figure, who would it be?
Oh, smoking with a historical figure is the easiest question to answer. That is Carl Sagan, for damn sure. I want to hear him describe how the flavors of the universe blend together.
What's your go-to cottonmouth remedy?
Cottonmouth is a hell of a concept. I conquer it immediately with green apple Gatorade. It is a damn sure go-to.
Favorite cannabis slang term?
I would call it electric lettuce. Yeah, that seems to get the one sliding by most easy.
And what's the best album to play for the sesh?
Ooh, best album for the sesh? My goodness. I'd have to go with Com True's Galactic Melt. It's just a weird vibe of funky feelings.
What's the most challenging aspect of commercial-scale cannabis cultivation?
That's a nuanced question. For the most part, I think it's consistency. Trying to be consistent is what we're all going for, and you'll notice if you have a little bit of time in the cannabis industry, it's a tough thing to hit the mark for. So absolutely consistency.
Can you explain the Seton Smith grow cycle in 5 words or less?
Oh boy. All right, let's see if I can do this. Let's try grow, clone, flower, harvest, repeat.
What's your favorite tour stop to show guests?
Favorite stop on the tour is guaranteed to be the extraction lab. It's where everybody comes a little bit more equalized. I got a lot of people on the tour that know growing. They don't know much about extraction. We can get really in-depth on details.
What's the biggest misconception about cannabis cultivation?
The biggest misconception that I've noticed is that they believe we put the terpenes in there ourselves, that we make the flavors and choose them to go. But no, cannabis produces them naturally on their own. We just pick good genetics, and you end with good product.
And what about your favorite piece of equipment in the facility?
The favorite piece of equipment is going to be our Hephaestus Aura X joint rolling machine. It is a thing of beauty that we love showcasing on tours as well.
Which stage of the grow cycle gets the most questions from guests?
I would say the vegetative stage, where we get this party started, the very first place we go. It's where a lot of the curiosity starts to form and ideas start to solidify.
How do you explain the importance of different light cycles to visitors?
Ah, yes. The importance of light cycles is most simplified by saying we're just sexually frustrating our plants. That's genuinely the concept. You restrict their light progress during their time of growth, and you can make them produce the resinous buds we're looking for.
What about the difference between male and female plants?
Gotcha. Difference between male and female is easy. If you see some seeds, you got a male. If you got buds, you got a female. And neither the tween shall meet.
What's your favorite analogy to use when explaining the cultivation process?
My favorite analogy for cannabis is probably rooted in the concepts of THC and terpenes and how they interact. THC is essentially the on-off button for our television, and the terpenes are what channel you're going to watch.
What's your go-to fun fact that always impresses your guests?
Number one fun fact is that there is not one chemical difference in the scent gland of a skunk than there is in the terpenoline found in cannabis. They match up 100%, which I think is incredible. Nature is very weird.
What makes Seed & Smith's grow process unique?
I would say the most unique portion of Seed & Smith grow process is the transparency, the ability to show off what we do proudly. Because I've worked in a lot of other companies that don't even show their employees their grow. This is an important thing. Transparency is key.
How does Seed & Smith stay innovative in a competitive market?
Seed & Smith's innovation really comes from our processing and production. Like recently, we purchased a machine to roll our joints for us, and that puts us a head and shoulders above the rest of the entire industry, in my opinion.
What's the most interesting fact about Seed & Smith's history?
I would say the most interesting fact is that the building we occupy used to be a metal forge for over 30 years, where they made forklift tines, the most boring thing on the planet. But yeah, I think the soul of the business kind of inhabits a space that's very different from the original.
How does Seed & Smith decide on new strains?
I would say the R&D process is very refined to a few group of people that have the processing in front of them. They get to enjoy the product, tell us what they feel and think, and it's a close-knit group of people that really make those decisions for us.
How long does the typical grow cycle take here?
Our grow cycle is a calculation. It is 14 weeks overall. We do 2 weeks to get a clone ready, 6 weeks in veg, and 8 weeks in bloom. About 20 weeks to smoker, maybe.
All right, rapid fire. Vape or joint?
Ooh, I go joint.
Veg stage or bloom stage?
Bloom stage is just so much prettier.
Clone or seed?
I go seed personally, not good for commercial, good for me.
Best smelling growth stage?
Oh, that's the bloom cycle. Certainly, I would say the curing stage as well.
Most photogenic stage?
Same answer. That's going to be the bloom stage.
Rock wool or cocoa core?
I prefer rock wool personally. It's going to piss some people off.
Easiest torque question to answer?
How do you get the flavors in there?
Most underrated strain?
Most underrated strain for us and me personally, I would say mac and cheese. It's got a lot of potential to be a very strong player in the indica realm, as well as a hybrid player.
Most overrated strain?
Most overrated strain for me, and this is going to piss some people off, Jack Herrera. It's a good strain. It's just been around a long time. It's got a lot to live up to.
Most interesting cannabinoid?
Most interesting cannabinoid is CBG, CB giggles.
Most needed regulatory change?
I'd say allowing samples for customers. That would be a wonderful way to help people on the tour experience what they just learned about.
U.S. state with the most potential?
Oh, I give that up to Michigan. They deserve it. A lot of potential in Michigan.
How about an international market to watch?
Germany. 100% Germany's doing it the way the rest of the world has wanted to do it for a long time.
And last but not least, what's your favorite part about working at Seed & Smith?
I learned that I love educating. I've always enjoyed speaking in front of crowds, but the chance to get to teach about a wonderful plant is the most satisfying portion of any job I've ever had.